Hi students, today we are discussing the concept of probability of independent events. If the two events A and B are independent, then the probability of both events occurring is the product or addition, the probability of A and the probability of B. So here probability of A and B, when we use AND, there is a multiplication sign between the two events, probability of A dot probability of B. And if we use OR, so probability of A or B, so we will use here. So these two probabilities we will discuss today. Remember, it's independent event. So let me start with the first example. A die is rolled. A die is rolled. Now, if we talk about a die, there are how many numbers on a dice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 total numbers on the dice. So total number of probabilities are with us. Total number is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, we are targeting two numbers, 3 or 5. I told you about OR mean addition and mean multiplication. So I have to find out both the probabilities. I'll find out both the probabilities and add it. So probability of 3. Probability of 3, how many 3 are there? 1. So 1. How many total outcomes are there? 6. 1 out of 6. Probability of 3. Now I will move to the second one. Probability of 5. Similar way, you need to check 5 come in the total numbers how many times? So is 1 time. So there is only one chance out of total how much? 6. 1 out of 6. They are mutually not dependent on each other. Now we have to find out the total probability, which is probability of 3 or 5. Probability of 3 or 5. 3 or 5 equal to, probability of 3 is 1 over 6. Probability or mean plus. Again, probability of 5 is 1 over 6, same. So both of them, when we add, because denominator is same, so 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 over 6 will come, which is 1 over 3. And when I divide this 1 by 3, or I'll write it, it's 0.33 or 33% if you want to use the percentage in the probability. So that's the first type of probability. Let me move to the second part. Said a die is being rolled. Find each probability which is at least 4. At least 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They said at least 4. At least 4, minimum 4 and more than 4. So at least 4. 5 is also at least 4. So minimum 4 and maximum more than 4. So there are total 6 numbers. So I have to find out the probability of 4, 5 and 6, and I will add it. Okay. So probability of 4 or 5 or 6. So I'll write it together because we did that separately. So 4, how many 4s are there? 1. 1 4 out of how many numbers? 6. So 1 by 6, you know, or mean plus, I'll put plus sign. Then we have another probability, another option, which is 5. 5 is again, it's 1 time. So it is 1 over 6 plus, again we have OR. So again 1 over 6, because 6 repeated how many times? 1 time. So we have all the combinations done. Now we have to add it. which is 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Because denominators are same, we can add the numerator. 3 by 6, which is 1 by 2. We can cancel 3 with 6. 3 times 1, 3 times 2. So 1 by 2, or we can say 50%. We can write it 50%. If you want to write it in the form of percentage, it is 50%. Now, let me go to the next example, which is a word problem. We use the practical example here. While traveling, Rai is flying from Birmingham to Chicago on a flight with a 90% on-time record. The flight has a 90% record of on-time arrival. On the same day, the chances of rain in Denver are predicted to be 50%. What is the probability that Rai's flight will be on time and that it will rain in Denver? So rain in Denver is not even related to the flight, because there is Birmingham and Chicago. The flight is between these two cities. So from here, the flight is between these two cities, and rain prediction is in the Denver, which is not even linked. So now I have to go towards the same rules. Probability of first event plus the probability of second event. I discussed about, we can go back, I discussed about or and and. So here now it's and. Here you can see clearly will be on time and. So the situation used, it is and we will multiply it. So probability of event A time probability of event B. Event A is 90%. It is 90 by 100. Time mean multiplication. 50%. It is 50 over 100. Because we write and probability of A and probability of B. Probability of B. Event B. So which is equal to probability of A time probability of B. So multiply this, it will come straightforward answer, which is, you can cancel these zeros with, so it is 0.9 time 0.5, which is 0.45. Okay, so converting this 0.45 to percentage, we have finally 0.45 time 100, which is 45%. 45%. So there is a 45% chance that the flight will reach on time according to the record, and there will be rain in Denver. So this is our final answer. Thank you for watching. Please click the thumbs up and subscribe my channel.